The gathering has been used to gauge the country's human rights track record since the dawn of democracy. Khayelihle Khumalo joins us now from the Birchwood Conference Centre in Ekurhuleni. He's in Boksburg, that's the exact location. Khayelihle, good morning. So, quite a number of very interesting issues have come under discussion as far as human rights issues are concerned. So, what's on the menu for today?
Well, that's right, Sakina. It's been quite a very seminal point, really reflecting on South Africa's journey in as far as the human rights are concerned. So today's focal point will be around the country's foreign policy. Looking at the foreign policy as a very vital pillar when you talk about human rights. As you know, that with the reintegration of South Africa as a democratic state in 1994, the country has made a lot of commitments in terms of the protection of the human rights, but also, as you recall, that on the very opening of this particular gathering, President Cyril Ramaphosa made it categorically clear that South Africa will always endeavor to protect human rights, irrespective of where the country is looking at, internationally, locally, and also one of the very major issues really that has been dominating the international sphere will have to be the current situation in Gaza, where South Africa took the state of Israel to the International Court of Justice, and really with a very quite important ruling that came out with the prevention of genocidal act in Gaza, where the court really made it clear to Israel to push for that. But of course, there hasn't been any much difference on the ground in as far as the situation, especially when you look at the worrisome and the horrific scenes in areas like Rafah. And South Africa, again, going back to the World Court, calling for Israel really to make sure that they adhere to the provisional measures of the World Court. So that issue, once again, Sakina, will take a center stage because also when you look at South Africa's commitment around human rights when it comes to the self-determination of the Palestinians and also Western Sahara, the foreign policy has been very clear in calling for freedom in those two particular countries.